Okay, people of God, I found our homeless guy and his wife. I see her. Let me show you. Well, they're under this bridge, but I'm gonna get their permission just before I walk up on them and put them on camera. Even though they're homeless, they still might not want to be on camera. People still have a sense of pride and respect. I'm gonna get their permission first, but I'm gonna show you where I'm walking. They up under this bridge. Well, she up under this bridge. He's over there in his wheelchair with his veteran sign asking for donations, but I'm gonna pause the camera because I'm coming up on her, and I'm gonna ask her if she want to be on camera. Then she can tell Monisha Essence, those of you who assist, she can tell you guys thank you. All right, stand by. Hey, little puppy. Hey, baby. That's their dog. Hey, how y'all doing? All right, Zan. Okay, guys. So this is Sister Zan. This is Sister Zan. She was okay with going on camera, so she wants to tell you, Monisha Essence. I told her you guys donated, and we're gonna put them in a hotel tonight. The hotel that they normally, they frequent two hotels because they have this little dog. As you can see in the previous clip, I'll edit and add it in. They have a little dog there, and so it's a hotel way across town that normally takes their dog, and sometimes if they catch a cab, the cab fee deducts some funds that they can keep for themselves. So we have a hotel that's closer to this side of town, and it's a safer side of town. So the hotel is almost double, but at the same time, it's more convenient, all right? So that's what we're gonna do for them, and she just wanted to say,
I want to say thank y'all so much for what y'all done.
yeah,
Thank you.
so, and I haven't told her husband yet. He's across the street. I've got to walk over there. I'm pretty sure he's going to want to say thank you. They have a very powerful testimony, business owners going from eating out $200-300 meals a night. Zan is very humble. I've never met a homeless individual when you pull up on them sometimes and you say, do you need anything? And she's like, no, I'm okay. And then even sometimes when it's cold in the winter, she can be shivering. Well, you need a jacket. She's like, I could get by. So she doesn't beg. I mean, you wouldn't understand the situation until you were in it. But these people are not the average homeless folk that I've encountered, and I've worked this street for over 10 years, patrolling the streets. Never gave a homeless person a ticket. But anyway, so some of my old colleagues, I hope you would stop it. But anyway, Zan is somebody who I would say, you're hungry. Sometimes she'd say, no, I'll be okay. And you can hear her stomach growling, So I just thank God. The Bible tells us, those who give to the poor shall never lack. And giving to the poor is like lending to God. But again, remember that fake account. That ain't me. I don't operate like that. And that ain't of God. That is a witch and a warlock. But anyway, Zan just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you.
So we're going to get
so
squared
much.
away. I'm going to... Yeah, he's got my number, but what I'll do, I'm going to pause it. I'll get my van and then we'll get squared away. Let me go talk to him. So, yeah, we'll get it together. So anyway, people of God, that's the wife that, that's the couple that God placed in my spirit. That's the wife. And like I said, these aren't just average people. These were people who were business owners. She was spoiled by her husband, and her husband, he's still sound up there. May have flaws just like the rest of us, but sometimes if I'm working on something and I can't really get it when it relates to vehicles and stuff like that, I'll ride out and be like, let me go find James. If I see him, I'll tell him what it is, and he'll say, oh, do this and do that. Like you guys saw when I was replacing that distributor O-ring on my little work van. Well, when I put the new O-ring on, it doesn't have the all like it used to, but I still see a little seepage through there because it's an older O-ring. So I talked to James about it last week, and he was like, oh, just pop it back off and get you some RTV sealant, and you can do that, or you can create your own. Okay. And he said, or you can create your own O-ring. He said, you can make your own gasket. It's a gasket maker. He told me at Lowe's, the type of paper. So I was like, okay, we'll get together. He's like, yeah, get the stuff and come and let me show you how to do it. So I just wish I could do more. I'm always praying. I don't really share what I do behind the scenes. I don't really share what I do behind the scenes, but I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I've been doing this for years in secret, and there are folk who know. There are folk whose family members I've helped, folk who I've done things for, help their family members, pray with their family members, help their people recover, you know, and some of them same folk have thrown dirt on my name. They've repaid my kindness with evil, you see? But I keep going. I do what I do in secret because, see, the Bible says what you do, don't let your left hand know. When you give in secret. And God who will bless you, will bless what you do in secret. God will bless you for what you do in secret in public. See, the only reason I'm going in detail showing this, because some of y'all kept saying y'all was led to help. You want to help with what I'm doing. And you was led to donate. And I kept saying, well, I know I've been asking God behind the scenes, you know, how can I help these people more, blah, blah, blah. So I finally set up a little cash app or whatever. But look how long it took me. You see what I'm saying? I've been doing what I do in secret for a long time. So the only reason I'm showing it is so you guys can see where you sowing your seeds, because I'm not no longer doing this alone. You're doing this with me. Okay? So I got to show you, because this is what you have, you know, you've agreed to. You wanted to give out of the kindness of your heart, and this is what we're doing tonight. We're taking these homeless folk off the street and we're putting them in the hotel. So that's that. Let me go over here so y'all can meet James, and I'm gonna pause it, see if he want to be on camera, which I know he gonna have. He like to talk, but I'm gonna try to make him keep it brief. Just I'm gonna, you know, so he can say thank you or whatever. But stand by. All right, y'all, this is Brother James. He wants to say thank you, Monisha, Essence, and those of you who gave and who still have it in your heart to give, and who didn't give, those of you who said a prayer.
Thank y'all. God bless y'all.
All right, you heard him. Thank y'all. God bless y'all. Be safe. We about to get out here. We about to get them out these streets and get them comfortable so they can relax. Dan said they've been out here under the bridge for 4 days. All right, y'all. Have a blessed evening. God bless you. So, people of God, this is what we do for our weekend. You know, if you got a bed home to go to, then you should be grateful. You know, even if you got staying with somebody, or you can work till you get on your feet, you should be grateful. You know, with them, this particular couple, like I said, God put them in my spirit, James and Zan. You know, they don't go to the homeless shelters because, for one, they refuse the vaccine, which is their right. And prior to the requirements of being required to take it, they all right, prior to being required, they still you have to be out at 6 a.m. in the morning, which is, you know, you have to be out at 6 a.m. in the morning, and then they have to be separated, even though she cares for him, because, like I said, you know, he's disabled. He can't walk, so she has to help him bathe and stuff like that. But I just admire how she still sticks by his side, even when he has nothing. You know, sometimes I've seen her just out on the ground, just laying in the ground, while he's sitting there in his chair with his sign over his lap. You know, he's got knowledge, you know, mechanical knowledge. If anybody would take a chance on him, he'd be willing to work. But the thing is, nobody's going to take a chance on him. And when you're down and you're actually desperate, a lot of people treat you as if you just have no sense of pride and no sense of dignity. You know, people treat you like you're beneath them. You know, some of you, you know, when you really, really needed people and you were down and out, how some folk treat you. When folk feel like they need you, it seems like sometimes that's when they treat you the worst. You know, when you need some type of assistance and stuff like that, you pretty much gotta be on your knees, crawling, begging. You know. So I've always had respect for folk. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the president of the United States or these homeless folk out here on the street. The same respect I give the president is the same respect I give the man and woman out here on these streets. You know, God judges the heart. And I've always been like that. Even when I was out here rolling and patrolling the streets, I've done things, even on patrol. In my private time, I've taken drug addicts. This one lady, she used to be a nurse. She got caught up with this guy. I passed by that one, and I was like, I ain't got time for it. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. The Holy Spirit said, go back. I saw them under this car wash arguing. I ain't feel like dealing with it. The Holy Spirit said, go back. And I was on patrol. I went back, he arguing with her. I was like, man, the Lord told me to come back. I see y'all arguing. What's this foolishness about? The lady started confessing her sins. See, she needed that. She started confessing her sins. She started crying in front of me. He got quiet. You know, they talk about the crack. He would argue with her about a piece of crack. He got on crack. Lady used to be a nurse. Got 3 daughters. Put me in contact with her daughters and everything. I ended up laying hands on the lady, praying for the woman. Took the lady to the what the name back then? I think it was called. Was it Loredax something? I don't know. I took the lady to the drug and rehab home. I said, I'm gonna come back for you. I said, you serious? You want to change your life? After I prayed for her, that spirit of addiction, I bind it off of that lady. She said, ma'am, she said, I'm ready. I said, you be here in the morning. I said, when I get off of work, I'm gonna be tired and I don't play with me. I got off on that 12-hour shift patrolling. I went back, that lady was ready, had her bag packed and everything. She tell that man, see you. I said, don't you be calling her trying to pull her back. He said, no, I wanted to get together. You know, but I checked in, she checked in, she had some urges, and you ready to put that in? Okay, they ready for me to put this stuff in, but I've been doing this type of stuff. People just ain't nobody. Even while I was on the street patrol, I don't tell everybody what I do, but God, see, he know my heart. Protect and serve, that's what it's about. Sometimes you got to get to the root of the issue. You can't always issue people a ticket and take people to jail. It ain't always about that. It's about solving the main problem. Even took some kids off the street, sent them up to job court, brought kids to my own home. You understand? I ain't had to do that. I've been doing this. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I don't ask nobody for a dime. You hear me? People just don't know. They see me moving a lot. They don't be knowing what I be doing. I don't put everything out on Front Street. A lot of things you got to do in private. Let God bless you in public. When people see you, they look at you, they'll know you blessed. They'll know you a child of God. God tests the heart. God see what's in our heart. He see when people turn their eye when they really have the power to help. He see when people try to make it hard for you when you come through with that truth, and they might be got the position, they may be getting paid and got the title, but you at the bottom rank coming through telling them, no, this is how we should be doing this. You coming through with that wisdom. They don't know that it's God sending you through there. The Bible said we entertain angels unaware. See, many folk, that time coming, gonna be a lot of folk who wish they would have not been so rebellious and who wish they would have been humble. I ain't care what your title is. I ain't care if you the president of the United States. I ain't care if you the chief or the chiefest of anything. There is a God that sit high and look low. He know the hearts of his people. You understand? You can't just be talking that talk. You got to walk it. You got to walk it. That all of us. So anyway, I'm tired. I done work all day long. I done work. See? But I could not stop until I complete the final assignment. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. People, God, I had to go get rid of Martell and Daniel so I could get them over to this hotel because her little dog, they got a little small Chihuahua, look like Chihuahua dots in this, right? And you talking about got some liquid courage? That little dog got some liquid courage, and he gets up under my skin, but they ain't never been face to face, but she go crazy, so I had to get her out of here with all that barking her in my ear. But you know, people of God, I'm gonna tell you something. These, you know, James and Zan, they're always surrounded by other homeless folks. Some of them have addictions to certain drugs and mental health issues and, you know, dysfunction and disorders. But as I've watched these folk for the last couple of years, I noticed they have a sense of like all the other folk, no matter how lunatic they may seem, they have a sense of respect for these people. And what these folk do, they will share what they have. If one has gotten a whole carton of apples or something from someplace, somebody gave it to them. Sometimes I sit out there and I'm talking to James at night at different places where they're at, and I'll see the rest of them come and look what I got, y'all. Here, take some. They just share what they have. Community. They share. And I gave James a cooler a while back. It was I can't remember the name of the cooler. It wasn't a Yeti. It wasn't a Yeti, but it was a nice cooler. It wasn't not a really expensive cooler, but it was nice because it keeps things cold for at least 4 days to a week. And when I gave James that cooler, you should see how they keep that cooler with them. They got it now. They're taking it to the hotel. He's like, man, that cooler, that's a blessing, man. That's the biggest blessing. That's a big blessing. You know, he just so happy for that cooler. You know, he's like, it just keeps all that drench cold. He's like, he'll go and get a case of water, and he'll put them, you know, he'll buy a pack of ice from the money he gets from donations and stuff. He'll put the water bottles in the cooler, and when other homeless folk come out, he'll tell them you can get water if you want to. You know, they're always sharing. But these folk, they don't, James and Zan, you know, these folk, they don't want to be on the street like this. They don't want to be on the street like this, but at the same time, they want respect. You know, they want respect. They want to be treated like they're human beings. They don't want to be treated less than human. You know, and they want their independence, and they want to stay together. So, but anyway, it is what it is. We're about to put them Alright, people of God. Got my assignment complete. We made it. Now I'm about to take this dinner request, and then I'll be done. Look at the little spoiled thing. All right, Zan. All right, what's your order, Zan?
Squash casserole.
Squash casserole.
Macaroni and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Yep.
What's your order?
Thank you.
Same as his. Squash casserole, mac and cheese, fish. But butter beans, mac and cheese, country fried steak, mashed potatoes and gravy. I got you. Times 2. And then you just want squash casserole, mac and cheese, and fish. Lima beans. All right. I'm gonna call and put this order in.
Thank you.
While I'm heading over there, so they can be kind of long, and then I'll pick up the other stuff, and I'll see you guys in a jiffy. All right, you're welcome. All right, people of God, they are grateful. You guys want to say your final thank you? All right, y'all. I'll see you later. All right. I've already checked them in. I just went ahead, instead of checking them in for a night, I just went ahead and checked them in for the entire weekend. That way they have time to really relax. You know, sometimes his leg swells up just sitting out there. And when you've been outside on that ground or in an uncomfortable position for a few days and you're sore and tired, after you done take a shower and relax, you feel like a new person. Sometimes you just don't want to go right back to that, you know. So I figure them having a whole weekend, they'll be put up until Monday. And then that way they'll have time to just relax, you know, just sleep good and relax themselves. And I'm going to, I'm on my way to, I've already put the order in for their dinner. And because they have that cooler in there at the hotel where they can get ice, and they also get breakfast, a nice breakfast. at this hotel every morning. So because they have that cooler, they can get ice. They like sweet tea, but I'm going to get them, instead of just ordering sweet tea with the meals, while the food is being prepared, I'm going to stop by this store and just get like a case of tea, a case of like sweet tea. And you know what I'm saying? I think that'll be better, and they can have more than just that one cup and some water. So that's what your girl is out here up to. We did it, people of God. We ain't just talking that talk, we bought it. You know, we activating the promises of the Lord in our lives, and not just that. We're doing things from our heart. You know, God sees that. That's what pleases the Lord. You know, when you are a good steward over the little, Sister Essence, you said in your comment, you said I've sent a donation. I'll send more when I can. You know, it doesn't matter the amount. I don't care if it was 25 cents. I don't care if it was 50 cents. What comes from the heart is what matters the most. Remember in the scriptures, the lady, everyone was giving an offering. All the rich folk, they gave millions and hundreds of thousands. They gave from their abundance, so it didn't even faze them. You know, a lot of folk will do that today. They take up a huge offering. They go, let me just get at the Goodwill. Let me just get at the so and so. You know, you're giving from an abundance. But this one lady, the old lady, she came and she put 2 pennies in the offering. And what Jesus said, he said, I tell you, she's the one that is giving the most. You see, she gave her last. That was all she had with them 2 pennies. That was all she could spare. Them 2 pennies. She gave all. Everyone else gave from their abundance. And he said she's giving the most. So it don't matter, you know, how small it is. It came from the heart, you know. So that's that. It's all pleasing to God. It's all a seed in the ground, baby. It's all a seed in the ground. When you start planting seeds and doing things God way, activating the laws of God, giving how God say we should give, you're going to see God always multiply it. And it ain't don't look at it always to be money. Don't always look for money. Don't always look for material things. Sometimes you can have a sound mind while everybody else around you going crazy. Sometimes you can have a clean health bill. You have all your health and strength. You can do what you want. You can go where you want. You can move how you want to move. You can eat what you want to eat, you know. And then also God will also give you material blessings, but he's not going to give us nothing that pulls our heart from him or makes us get puffed up with pride. You know, when God see your heart don't really into loving things, he'll give you things. He'll give you what you can handle. He ain't want to pull you from him. God want us. He love us. No good thing will God withhold from his people. I'm telling you. I'm a living witness now. And so when you fall in love with God, at some point you're going to be like, okay, God, don't give me nothing that's going to make me. Because then you see how much he want to do for his people. You see how much he love his people. You know? But anyway, let me get out here and get this stuff. I'm going to sleep good tonight, baby. I'm ready to get home and take me a shower. I was up since 1 o'clock this morning. I was praying. I went back, got me a little bit more rest. But I started work at 5 o'clock this morning. Yeah. And I still got a little bit of things to do. But anyway, alright, so I've let you guys see all that I've done. I shouldn't say all that I've done, all that we have done. For those of you who have just took it upon yourself out of your own free will and willingness, you wanted to jump on board with what I was doing. you know. Sorry it took me so long to get the things organized. You probably was saying to yourself, well, dang, I done told her I was led to do this, and I was, led to do that. I had to pray about things and wait, and then I also had to learn, I had to how to use a lot of this new stuff. A lot of fraud and schemers and things is out here, So, but anyway, let me get up in the store and get this tea. And, alright, y'all. Thank God I'm back on my final drop off. And then your girl is done. The nice lady up front, she moved them to a downstairs room. Initially, when I checked in, I wasn't even thinking she gave her upstairs room, but she was like, he's in a wheelchair. You think they want a downstairs room? I'm like, sure. So she did that. That was pretty nice of her. But I'm done. I planted all our seeds, baby. Guys, I'm out here. I can't open the door. So, anyway, I'm done. It's completed. This is what we did for the least of them. Those who give to the poor are lending to the Lord. All right? Not my words. Read the scripture. Peace. I love you. Happy Sabbath. Enjoy the remainder of your evening.